The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Hilltoppers will put total leather and we'll get started. Just into the end zone and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Jacksonville State Gamecocks offense comes onto the field first today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not great. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Toppers.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And he's dragged down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
So now it's second and long. Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. So here they come going for it on fourth and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Can't get him to the ground. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gives it on the option. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here we go. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. The give to the back. They stop him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole.
He unleashes a long one. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Leaves it with the back. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It's good. That brings him to within 1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The screen, watch out. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Hilltoppers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
To the air on first down. There he goes. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
3:25. They'll move the tight end. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on third and goal. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT makes it 14-6. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. On the one hand, it's good to get points, but you can't keep settling for field goals on these drives if you want to win the football game. A little release to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on third and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about.
Holding, receiving team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause them to lose some focus and drop that football.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Got his man on the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gonna look downfield again. He's got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He rifles one deep to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, WKU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts him on top 21-6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Purdue is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 28 over Minnesota. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining first half than you?
And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's McCray. And the defense drags him down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Hilltoppers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
The Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Tight end now in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking downfield. Working the middle. And he's knocked down. And the Hilltoppers moving quickly to the line. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They've got the screen set up. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Give to the running back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust.
He's got it inside the 15, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the tailback. Hard running there. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
And the Hilltoppers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Got his man downfield. There he goes down the right side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Toppers.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Jacksonville State 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt. Oh, what a move. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's a seam wide open. Past the 20. He's up. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Rides the back on the option to give. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Green 25.
The give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now they'll run the draw. Makes a man miss. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Man down on the play as the officials to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got his man. Finally correct. Before he picks up the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Get ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Oh, he's got a chance. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the wildcat.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It was like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Catch in the middle, it's Jean-Pierre. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Hilltoppers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's looking deep and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The run from the shotgun. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The play action fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got him downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And the Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the air on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Hilltoppers will hustle to the line. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here for David.